What's up guys, the Hunted Reaper here, and today's video has no fancy intro, no cool gimmicks, no great cutscenes and stuff like that. Today's video is going to be more of a talking based review on week 2 content of Destiny 2 The Forsaken DLC. So the gameplay you're going to be watching is me at 518 Light doing the Nightfall, and basically it's fun. The Nightfall is a lot of fun, it's a lot harder now, and the content they're offering in week 2 is great. So I'm going to be talking about everything new at week 2 and how things changed from week 1, and also just what I think overall of Destiny and how fun it is to play now. Because what happened was in Destiny 1, or even Destiny 2, when it first came out, we had 2 good weeks of fun content, basically. It was a brand new game, it was like a kid getting a brand new toy. And then 2 weeks after, it kind of tapered off and we kind of saw all the cracks and blemishes and the same mistakes that Destiny had. And that's why I'm doing this week 2 review, and I'm going to do my full-fledged review at week 3. I already have the base review out for Destiny 2 The Forsaken, and if you want to check that out, go to my page. It's basically one of the first videos there. I'll also link it in the description just so you guys can click that out. But definitely subscribe, like, and comment, do that whole shebang. I won't be going over that very long. So I'm going to be talking right now about week 2. So week 2 offers a lot of fun things, and it feels fresh still, which is good. It's a good sign for Destiny. It's a good sign for The Forsaken, and it's a lot of fun so far. I'm not bored of Destiny, which is something that's weird to me because I used to say it a lot. I would play Destiny for, some hours in the week, I'd be addicted to it, and then a week later I'd be like, well, I did everything, and everything's here, and I'm kind of bored now, and I'm just grinding it out. But what the Bungie did really well is they added these new locations that allow for completely changing environments all the time. So I'm going to talk about that really quickly. So the Dreaming City is different every week. As we know, the Dreaming City is the secondary location in Destiny after you complete the main campaign. Spoilers kind of for that, but it's the second destination in Destiny, and every week it's going to be changing throughout. So there's a different Ascendant challenge in Destiny right now. There's different challenges to go about every week, and it changes the game for the better, because a lot of the times in Destiny we had to just face the same exact thing over and over and over again. It was like, complete this strike, okay, strike completed, you earned your shit. But now we have different enemies, different bounties, different opportunities for powerful and prime engrams, and really just more fun in the game. Now, one of the big problems I have with this game right now is the level cap, and how some players were able to get it in 2 days of this big giant DLC coming out. You see, if you're playing this game, you can definitely see some people who are 600 level light, and you're like, what the fuck, how did you get there that quickly? Especially in the earlier days of the game. And it was this kind of glitch where you were able to play a bunch of Nightfall strikes over and over again, and the enemies would continuously drop light level loot that was 10 to 15 levels above your current level. So it was basically this easy way to power level through the whole game. And Bungie has definitely patched that, but it's left this disconnect between players, because a lot of players are already past the level cap for the raid itself, and they're able to fly right through, while a lot of us players are stuck at 518 to 520. And we're stuck at the second soft cap. So there's 3 soft caps in the game. There is the one at 500 where everything blue will the blues will stop leveling you up, and you'll have to start grinding for legendary emblems, just like Destiny's before it, and basically the things that you know. There's a secondary light level cap of 520, and that's all the powerful things you receive from dailies. There's a 540 to 580 cap, and that's all the more powerful loot, and then everything in between is just subtle. So basically, those are your 3 caps, but people have found their way to get above the 4th cap that hasn't even been released yet for the raid, or it's just been released for the raid as I'm talking, and it kind of really ruins the game, because you see all these players that are above this light level. They're kicking ass, and you're just like, hey, I don't know how to get there. And it also creates this thing where it's like, well, during weekly Nightfall strikes, they're like, oh yeah, we only want people who are light level 580, and it's like, what the fuck, how do I do that? Now, going into the future, when everyone starts leveling up, this is going to be padded out, and it's really not a complaint that I can only have for week 2/week 1 of the Forsaken DLC, and it's a minor trip up in the overall game. Now, talking about the Nightfall strike just in general, it's different every week with different buffs and stuff like that. They're a lot of fun to play, and they're a lot more fair. The new bosses are a lot of fun to fuck around with too, and just everything in general is coming together well in the Forsaken DLC, and it's really showing that Bungie has prepared people to play this game for a long time. Now, what I'm really scared about is the fact that Bungie has made these two maps and this whole DLC out of endgame content. And what I want to learn is if 3, 4, 5 weeks into this game, is if the endgame content just fails to please. And it's a big ask for a game, because honestly, it's really hard to make a game that 5 weeks after weeks long, hours of putting in game time and play time, that it's still fun and intriguing and challenging. But the best games do it, and if I'm paying $40 for a DLC, I do want something more than just hours of content. I want some longevity in there. One of the things that I really liked is Gambit mode, and they're really putting their eggs in their basket for this one. I can't wait to see what the Iron Banner does, and just a lot of that stuff. And I can't wait to see what happens with a lot of the mechanics in the game for the Dreaming City, because we don't know that much about the Dreaming City just yet, and the lore is just starting to pour in, and people are just starting to talk about it, and there's a lot to be done with the Dreaming City. One of the things that kind of annoys me is the Dreaming City has no kind of direction. You are on your own in there, and it's really hard, it's really kind of annoying to be looking at YouTube videos while you're playing your game, and it takes a little bit of the fun out of it. But one of the things that I noticed is I played a little bit of the raid so far. I haven't completed it yet, and it is safe to say it's a fun, intriguing raid that goes to some crazy places and has some cool new mechanics that the twist on the old mechanics of the last raid, and the end boss is pretty cool himself. One of the things that I heard in the gaming community is that the Warmind DLC's raid was one of the best raids of all time, as well as one of the hardest raids of all time. However, I never fucking played it because of the fact that I didn't like the Warmind DLC. It bored the shit out of me, and all the missions were boring, and really I just couldn't get into it. So with that being said, with me not having played that last raid, the Forsaken raid is definitely one of the best raids in Destiny so far. It could be the best. I haven't finished playing it, and I haven't figured out the replayability of it just yet, but definitely one of the best raids in Destiny. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This video was just to give some more information about Destiny. It's really just me talking quickly about what I feel about Week 2. I don't really have enough content to post a full Week 2 review. I just wanted to get my ideas out there for you guys, because there's a lot to talk about, and I just want to keep updates and make sure that you guys should definitely buy this DLC if you like Destiny. If you haven't already, it's definitely worth a buy, but is it going to last the test of time, and is it going to continuously stay fun like Destiny said? And again, I paid $40 for this DLC, and it's $34 for the Season Pass, so I'm really looking for some extraordinary content. This game has been out a year. There are games that offer free DLC all the time, and games that offer paid DLC like The Witcher, AAA titles I'm talking about, because Destiny's a AAA title. I'm expecting more than just the bare minimum. I'm expecting more than just bang for my buck. I want longevity, I want art style, I want lore, I want new things, and I want because gamers want too. And it's really hard to just say, well, they gave us enough content, because honestly, did they? Did they for the price that we're paying and the price that we're going to pay to continue to play this game? Because if you think about it, the only way that Destiny stays fun is if you keep spending your money. A lot of games don't have that kind of metric where, if you wanted to play Grand Theft Auto, you don't have to keep spending your money. You could just keep grinding in the game and getting to that level. But if you want to achieve higher levels in Destiny, and if you want to, keep on playing that fun content, you have to spend a lot of money. And I can tell you right now, I've almost spent $200 on Destiny 2 so far. With the Curse of Osiris DLC, or the Season Pass that I bought in the beginning, which was I think $49, and Destiny 2, the Collector's Edition, which I bought, which is like $79, including the Forsaken DLC, and also the Annual Pass. That's close to $200. I'm paying $200 for a game. This game better be fucking worth it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of mini review, and I hope you guys will continue to watch my videos. Check out my channel for the coolest content, the coolest gameplay, and the coolest bullshit. But for right now, I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out. I am the Hunted Reaper.